Hi. It's often said, isn't it, that music is the language of feeling, the language of the soul. And I think that's right. Now, when I perform live or like this is live but recorded, um, I like to draw the audience in with a few words, which isn't always easy because I want those words to point to the feelings that the music is going to describe. And after all, the language of feelings isn't words so much as music, or music is the better choice for describing those feelings. And yet, I still like to do it. I like to talk about the music. So when I'm discussing feelings, I'm meaning feelings that are deeper than perhaps what we often mean by sort of emotions and feelings. I mean sort of really deep feelings that exist more in the body and soul. So, for example, if we think of like the heart area in the body, what do we feel there? We feel things like love and kindness and compassion, as well as loss, sadness, melancholy. So those words feel deeper, don't they? Especially when we hear them sort of all together, when we're thinking of them as being from this place. They develop this much more poetic or musical, deeper feeling quality. Um, Words like beauty and truth and being clear and maybe being outraged, and that sort of thing, I think, is the throat area. It's like we want to be understood, we want to understand, we want that kind of clarity. So the piece I'm going to improvise, no idea what it's going to be musically yet, because I'm just going to make choices as I go along. But I know that it's going to follow a certain feeling, and I want that feeling to have some sort of forgiveness, which is kind of like a heart feeling, a feeling of forgiveness, but also a feeling of very bleak kind of beauty or truth. And I want the piece to kind of maintain, not to stray too far from that. I'm not going to sort of say, oh, I mustn't express anything else, because that would be a bit absurd, wouldn't it? I'm going to allow that to be a starting point, but maybe also a finishing point, something that's like an attractor, something that's going to pull me to a central feeling throughout the improvisation, which I hope will hold it together. So something that's very forgiving, but also with a kind of bleak sadness. And I'm not going to tell you why from my life I'm going into that, but there's something going on in my life that requires me to embrace and have those feelings of sadness, bleakness, truth, that kind of bleak truth, and also a kind of forgiveness.